Welcome everyone, opening my tea party just for you. Who is that? It's Didina, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. It's time for my art night stream. Finally, we're going to be hopefully completing more of this anniversary event story. And then we're going to be checking out that new gameplay mode that's apparently super hard. And I'm kind of scared, but it's okay because it's supposed to be all cooking and I guess defending your camp or something like that. I guess I'll find out once I actually play it. But I'm pretty excited about it, so let's get started. Previous stream, we went through, I think, HS1 all the way to HS2. So today we'll be starting with HS3 before. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Actually, before that, I do want to... Give me a second. Let me see. I think I can finally... Oh, no. E2 you? Yes. Okay, so let's E2 Avia first because I forgot to do that yesterday. And then we'll start with HS3. Hi, Relia. Welcome to the stream. She's so cool.
Despair stuck in my throat, hopelessly trying to scream. I want to bury it all deep inside my mind and never let it out.
Oh, she has a third skill. Attack, 160% max. HP, 75. Range expands. Damage type changes to true. Wonder what that true word means. A little uncertain about that, but okay. After the skill ends, Amiya will automatically be retreated. Retreated? Oh, okay, I'm gonna stick with one. But I'm glad that I finally got her to be... at least put her to level 30 with the others.
I see.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Doctor. I've learned so much.
The next one I am going to E2 is Korra. So we'll see how it goes. True damage ignores defense, resistance, and other deep... Wow, really? I didn't think it was gonna be that good. Hi, Granex, welcome to the stream. Hey, Mr. Comment, welcome to the stream. I'm here to guide you with the new game mode when you get there. Yes, that'll be the second half of the stream. So those of you who will be watching the VOD, you can skip to the second half if you want to just watch the, I guess, that game mode, whatever it's called. I'll be doing the rest, well, I'll be going through Hero People So's a little bit more. And, oh wait, no, that's the thing. And that way, I'm hoping I'll get through at least up to HSS2, ST2. And then hopefully it'll appear in my archives the week after next week. Because next week I'm moving, so I don't really have time to stream. I have to pack and everything. So because of that, the rest will probably be handled, or I'll cover it maybe the week after next week, or it might take like 2 more streams. I'm not really sure. But we'll take our time. We're going to be splitting it between story and then gameplay second half. That way there'll be some variety for people who are watching the VOD and also for those who are here during the stream. Do I have a schedule playing Nikke? I do have some... I'm starting to think that maybe August 30th will be the best time for me to play Nikke for the first time. And then that'll be on YouTube. And then after that, it'll be on Twitch if I decide to play it from there on. I have a feeling I will end up playing it. So if that's the case, it'll be once a week on Twitch. Either Tuesdays or Thursdays, depending on what I feel like that day. So Katsu can also do true damage. Oh, they only have it for like the main people, I guess, huh? Anyways, let's continue with HS3. My dear sister, traveling with the gentleman has taught me that the lands beyond are very different from Daohang. Humans have invented many new things in just a few decades. There are all kinds of cities in Yan. More than just fields as far as the eye can see. There are glamorous palaces and busy markets. and so many more fascinating things. I'm just coming back for a little break. Then I'll go out on a long journey again. I don't know how many years it will be. Dahuang isn't the backwater hovel it once was. There are many people who can take care of these fields for you. Are you sure you don't want to go and see with me? I realized that the world outside isn't so different from Dahuang after all. I think the one that's talking is the brother, right? Perhaps? There's only 9 operators in the game that can do true damage. Wow. Heads up, Evangelion will collab next week with Nikkei. Yeah, good timing, right? How long has it been? Decades? Centuries? Perspectives change. The more you see, the more you realize that people are the same everywhere. Devious, but predictable. Yes. Now I fully understand what the gentleman said before he died. Just how long do you plan to stay here, my dear sister? I guess it is the brother that's talking. Wei! Why do you still shut yourself away like this? It took us so much effort to get you out of that hill. Shu's not here. Wanna go for a walk with me? There's nothing new here, but the produce is on another level compared to the agricultural plates in the other cities. Say, have you seen how they make booze out of grain yet? Ugh. Did the Tianxi bureaus come looking for trouble? I'm not afraid of the Tianxi bureaus. With skills like that, you should be dealing with that big guy outside who refuses to move. All the Tianxis are out there for the relief effort. What can I do on my own? It's not like I could do it with my own 2 hands. I'm so bored. Come on, let me see what you're drawing. No! Oh, don't be like that. I could give you ideas if you got art block or whatever. Get out. Why so nervous? Looks like you're hiding something. No, I'm not. Something's just bothering me. The folks at the Tianxi bureaus might be annoying, but they can't actually do anything about you. The Imperial Court has already given us a guarantee. The worst they could do is complain. So you're bothered about him. I can feel his presence. He never hides. Are you sure you don't want to go and see him? We're family after all. No. Wow. You really are cold. I heard how he always brought you the best paintings of the era whenever he passed by your hill. Don't pretend you didn't like them. Things are different now. When was the last time you saw him? I can't say I remember. His business got so big that he started getting warnings from the Sui regulator. He pulled things back a little afterwards. He's been enjoying himself the last few years, sightseeing all over Yan. Sounds like he's living the good life. But the Sui regulator keeps a much tighter eye on him than it does us. How do you know all that? I had a peek in the regulator's notebooks in the course of my dealings with them. The parts that weren't super double classified anyway. His business became so big. I always remember him as that simple-minded boy following Shu around, with no eye for anything other than silkworms and mulberry. The last time I saw him was when he passed by, and I caught a glimpse through the painting. His eyes were clouded, repulsive, like Like the stinky Weichi failure, I know. He was in the Baizhao the year our Weichi failure broke out. Who do you think Yan had its eyes on for the past few years while ignoring you and I? You think they're in cahoots? No idea. My voice cracked. No idea. I thought Ling and Dage were the only ones he got along with. But he wouldn't have been able to call on people like he does now if the Sui regulator made a decision like that, would he? You know how comfortable he is in human skin. Every transaction in the books he submits every year to the Sui regulator is perfectly above board. You couldn't find a flaw if you put them under a microscope. He's always the first to donate whenever a city is hit by catastrophe. The Sui regulator has to give him some respect on that point alone. Huh. He sounds like a pretty decent person, but maybe not. I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? You really think he did it out of the kindness of his heart? He's our brother. I won't badmouth him behind his back. Yeah, right. Anyway, relationships like ours don't exist among humans. Brothers? Sisters? You what? Get out of here. Now. And no peeking. Fine. No need to get all violent and excitable. Sibling ties in the worldly sense mean nothing to us after all. Maybe Yanese historians will invent a word to describe our relationship in a few hundred years or so, maybe. But we would have thrown a few more family reunions if you could change that stubborn streak of yours. Can I recommend a song? I highly recommend that you go to my server and then recommend it there. Only because the stream is Arknights, not Nikken. I would like to make sure we focus. Thank you. I'm not stubborn. So, when are you going to show me the 12 scrolls in your study? Go away. Yes, I know it's 12. You kept the one for Sanjie, our third sister, even after she disappeared. Have you figured out who the people depicted in the scrolls are? Or did you give up on that? Unless you haven't even started on your self-portrait. Why are you so stubborn? A rainstorm. The dark clouds have dispersed, but the moisture in the air remains palpable. Zuele watches Hasheng clench his teeth and press the switch on his apparatus. A large vehicle, the likes of which he has never seen, rolls over the fields, trampling row after row of crops underneath. Wind blows past dead, yellow leaves, making a sound like a scornful laughter. Disaster comes and goes as it pleases. What can mortal men do before the will of heaven? All these crops have to be destroyed? Yes. It was my first ever test field. Maize, all soaked in Originium polluted water. No other choice. Restoring Originium polluted soil is extremely difficult. The land is vast, but precious little of it is fit for farming. Even the cob of the corn was sweet. I tried it when I first came to Dahuang. It was the best thing ever. I wanted to grow it in the earth so that everyone could taste the sweetness. Feel the joy that I did when I tried it for the first time. Only the bare earth is left once the engine rumbling passes. Found you, Xiaohei! The farmers are arguing with the Tianxis after the engineers bulldozed the field. You need to come, hurry! Folks, the disaster has left us with little supplies and even less time. We can't afford any delays. The decision has already been made to abandon these farms. Please, let us pass through with our tools. Abandon? You liar! The Tianxis who planted here told me 2 days ago that the crop research was at a crossroads. Who gave you the authority to trample our fields with your trucks? Originium particle concentration in plate D4 soil samples exceed acceptable limits. That means this field is polluted and no longer usable. We've dealt with stuff like this every year. Who do you think you are, an outsider deciding that this field should be abandoned? These fields can't be moved. It's been polluted by natural disaster, and the higher-ups have made the decision to not save it. This is already a bad year for the harvest. There's going to be a famine if we don't save the fields. You've never seen thousands die of starvation, have you? All you people care about is your construction projects. You're not helping to save those fields. You're trampling them. Da Huang belongs to us. You speak without wisdom. No wisdom, huh? I'll show you wisdom. You dare strike me? Screw you, son of a... I'll show you a son of a... Hey, everybody, calm down! Uncle Wang! These fields... Just look! It's bad enough that the fields were ruined by uranium. Now these people are running over it with their trucks! All they talk about is ministers and reports. Minister who? We've never seen them. We've not received any notice of these fields being abandoned. I thought the decision had been made to prioritize saving the soil. You didn't hear? The construction supplies have arrived. The rebuilding of Dahuang resumed last night. The cost of soil repairs have been reassessed based on the latest damage reports. The decision was made to prioritize construction on the core and abandon the outer agricultural plates, and make preparations to move the core city. What? Has research on the source of the pollutant been completed? Why the hasty decision? This comes from Tianxi bureaus. Way up. You can ask up the chain yourself if you don't believe it. Hashang turns around. The farmers stare blankly at the tread marks left on the fields. If the Tianxi Bureau's instructions are to abandon the fields, we will comply. But these fields aren't just places of work. They're people's homes as well. If there hasn't been a formal notice of evacuation, please move this equipment elsewhere. At least for now. Fine, but it'll happen in the next few days. Duoshi, I understand the hard work you folks put into farming this land, but things have changed. People were stuck to the earth before the nomadic cities. Today, though, most agriculture takes place in hydroponic facilities on mobile plates. To be frank, there's nothing special about this land. You said you're studying irrigonium-resistant crops, but nothing's come of the research after all these years, has it? I don't like when they say that because it's not like research is something that happens quickly, so to hear that from someone who is not part of the research and yet gives leeway to other research projects is kind of quite insulting. I'm just not sure if this is the only result, then there's no way to expand the application of the Wan Qing, the 10,000 Qing of Fertile Fields project. All these years and nothing to show for it. Not even a bud of hope. They're gone. What did you say to them, Xiaohei? Nothing special. I think we should get to cleaning up, Uncle Wang. Big Buffalo? Big Buffalo, what are you doing just standing there? What are we going to do? Listen to the Tianxis and move Da Huang away? Leave all these fields behind? We should go ask the Shanjiang. Say something! She would be the first to know if anything was happening to Da Huang. If she isn't saying anything, that means it's out of her hands. And mine. Why are you holding your head like that? Maybe Shenong really was a celestial Xian. Otherwise, how could she have carved out farmland in an environment like this? Sure, Shenong was amazing, but it's amazing how people have taken care of the land. Shenong will be so mad if you give up this easily. Grainbud steps on something and hastily pulls her leg back. A figure rises from the swaying rice. That was a good dream. I dreamed of a bumper harvest before a catastrophe woke me up. Why are you sleeping in the fields? Someone might step on you. You already stepped on me. That's true. She already did. That's because you're sleeping in the fields. Apologies, sir. Are you okay? I'm not injured, but I've got a big muddy footprint on this fine fabric. It's your fault for not watching where you're sleeping. You should watch where you're walking. Grainbuds. Well, what do you want me to do? Wash it for you? Buy a new set? Forget it. All my clothes are made of the finest stuff from all over the land. You wouldn't know how to wash it. Are you the one who delivered the relief supplies? Hey, you're awfully clever. I'm a trader who managed to make a few coins. I came back when I heard about the disaster that hit Da Huang. Gotta do my part for my homeland after all. You're from Da Huang? Why were you sleeping in the fields then? Don't you have a home here? It's been so long that I can hardly recognize the place. Lost my way. Say, do you know where the Shadow Play Theater is? Shadow Play? What's that? A kind of play that uses shadows cast by clothed, shrouded lamps and straw figures. Just how old are you? Oh, you're probably really old considering that you're the brother. Straw figurines. Do you not watch Shadow Plays here anymore? I've never seen it. Where do you celebrate the harvest now? The Great Stage? Just follow this path and turn left at the third tree. It's behind the Shenong Shrine. Oh, the Shenong Shrine is still here. That's good to hear. Thanks. You're the first one to point the way for me. Well, fate has determined that we would meet. Here, I have a wish for sale. Anything you like? The man opens his hand to reveal a round stone that gives off a serene glow. What's this? A wish for anything you desire. A wish? I don't believe you. You're a traitor, not some Xian. How could you make my wish come true? I may be a humble trader, but I'm a big enough deal that I buy and sell anything. But the opportunity to trade with me doesn't come to everyone. For real? Grainbuds looked back at He Sheng behind her, thinks about it, and turns back to the man. I wish Da Huang
could always be safe and peaceful, and the harvest always good.
Sure, I can sell you that wish. What will you pay me for it? Rain Buds, this guy is kind of weird. We should go.
There's no use trying to scam me. I don't have any valuables.
It doesn't have to be valuable in terms of monetary value. I accept anything that you value and treasure.
Hey, can I play that song?
Song? What song? Rain Buds pouts. Dude, you gotta remember.
You stupid buffalo!
Far away, a few foul beasts perch atop a stock beast, picking bugs off its hide with their long beaks. The stock beast quietly munches on grass while the foul beasts frolic atop, occasionally stretching their necks and chirping happily. Rain Buds puts her flute to her lips. The wind provides a gentle accompaniment. Green hills, flowing water, moonlight on the river. Sway, sway, little boat, let the flowers bloom. Silent are the stars on high, the wandering seeds sprout. Far on a boat you go, rice flowers in the wind. Sway, sway, far away you go. A fine payment. The stone is yours. Your wish will come true. Rain Buds puts down the flute, glares at Husheng, and runs away fuming. She looked angry. Why? She arranged it for me when I took my entrance exam 3 years ago. I remembered. She just put me on the spot. Such precious sentiment. What about you? Is there anything you would like to buy from me? Me? Thank you, but there's nothing I want in particular right now. Or should I say, what I want can't be bought. I have to earn it on my own. I could hear you out if you like. There isn't much I can brag about, but I've been to more places than most, and so I sell more things than most. You said you sell anything. Do you sell a future where nobody will starve? Yes. What? The more valuable the good, the higher the price. What price will you pay for your tremendous dream? Oh, well... I've cleaned up the polluted crops, Husheng. Anything else you need me to... I'm not sure why you're staring at me, young man. Have we met before? Excuse me, sir. We need to talk. As though he recognized him. Mr. G. Ah, you must be young Lord Zuo. Alas, where are my manners? I didn't even prepare a gift for our first meeting. You know me? Zuolei reflexively reaches for his sword, but finds only a Tianqi apparatus for controlling agricultural instruments on his belt. His movement did not escape the man's attention. The corners of the man's mouth rise up slightly. No need to be so nervous, Lord Zuo. These are but harmless toys. Weave cause to effect. Cut unreal into real. Are these your creations? Just doing my part. The man waves his hand, and the strange creature turns to tiny threads before vanishing. The ways of the Farenmut proxies are mystifying. Petty parlor tricks, not much use to them. Pestilence and blight tend to follow a flood. Dealing with disaster you can't see or touch is hard. Weave it into an object and it becomes easier to deal with. My elder sister would chastise me for violating the laws of nature if she saw me do this. You shouldn't be here. This is my childhood home after all. I got a little homesick. I didn't know your kind had childhoods. What did they? I mean, just because they're old doesn't mean that they never had a childhood, right? I mean, it's not like they come out of thin air as adults, right? We were all ignorant once, no matter how long our lifespans. New things left a deeper impression on us. And we think more about those who are around us at that time. Any meeting of you and your siblings is an important matter that should have been reported to the Sui regulator in advance. The Imperial Court's convoy was delayed by catastrophe. I got word from the old Tianxi and immediately sent relief supplies out of my own pocket. I only saw my older sister briefly and haven't even caught a glimpse of the younger ones. Isn't the Sui regulator being a little, inhumane? The Sui regulator has instructions to keep a close eye on you. Even though I've never broken a single rule in all these years. It is not up to you. And yet, you're not wearing the garb of a candle holder. The man smiles. His demeanor is gentle, polite, relaxed. But Zuele cannot help but feel a chill up his spine. I have heard much about you, Lord Zuo. That we should meet here is certainly the will of heaven, and I would very much like to make your acquaintance. There's no need to flatter me. I've seen many a Xian of blue blood families in Baizhou. Plenty of them intelligent and learned. But it would be a challenge to find more than a handful who could get down to business and do honest work like you. In the 11th month of last year, you went to the den of the Langyi Shanhaizhong by yourself and rescued dozens of innocent prisoners. In the 2nd month of this year, you braved numerous dangers in pursuit of that special goblet. The uninformed believe you to have risen to your position at such a young age because of your father. What do they know of the dangers of a candleholder's duty? Why should one mistake wipe out all the hard work you've done in the past? You're not supposed to know of these things. A businessman hears many things. After all, the things one hears can be a commodity too, if another is willing to pay a price for them. And it's my business to know what kind of customer would pay what kind of price for information. For example, I know what's on the other side of the river to the north of Dahuang. I know what Nian is building here. I know you suspect that ulterior motives were involved in the catastrophe that struck Yumen. But all your leads came up empty, am I right? Your meticulousness is impressive. But I would not underestimate the Sui regulator if I were you. We will get to the bottom of any suspicions we have. I would caution you to toe the line. Is this a word of advice from a friend? I can't read. Is this a word of advice from a friend? A word of warning from a candle holder of the Sui regulator. I'm sure you worry too much. The best Tianxis in all of Yan are all gathered in the Chamber of Heaven's Designs north of Dahuang. What can one little man do? Should you not be more concerned about the things across the river? What? Do you know how many Tianxis the Chamber of Heaven's Design has lost in the past 3 months? Don't you dare spread lies and rumors! Trust is a merchant's greatest asset. I never lie, Lord Zuo. You can look into it yourself if you don't believe it. Then think about what you must want to do and whether it might involve a deal with me. So what is going on? Everything is just as usual. The wind is silent. Stock beasts bury their heads in the grass. The girl looks around.
Stupid Mian Mian. How many times have I told him not to run away? Stupid Xiaohei. He doesn't even remember my song. I'm not playing with him anymore.
Layer after layer of leaves block out the sky. The wind brings with it the pleasant scent of rice. The earth is damp, and she leaves footprints in it as she steps upon it, walking forward while brushing aside the leaves that hide the skies.
Mian Mian, it's time to go home. Mian Mian, why did you run away? Get back to your pen or I'm gonna get scolded along with you.
A gentle breeze brushes by. The large, dark eyes of the stock beast reflect the skies, the clouds, and the fields. Rainbud sees her own reflection in those eyes.
I'm going away. Huh? I don't want to eat grass anymore. What? Has Xiaohei been putting weird stuff in your fodder again? I'll talk to him and make sure you guys are eating properly. It's scary here. Death is coming. Will you come with us? You mean the flood a few days ago? No need to be scared. The flood is gone. I'll build tougher houses for you so you won't have to be afraid when catastrophe comes. I'll protect you. No. It comes from across the river. Look beneath your feet. Beneath what?
Rainbud sees her own reflection in those eyes. A gentle breeze brushes by. The large, dark eyes of the stock beast reflect the skies, the clouds, and the fields. The girl looks around. Stock beasts bury their heads in the grass.
Hi, Dragon. Welcome to the stream.
I'm doing good. How are you? The wind is silent. Everything is just as usual. Okay, that's really scary, though. Yeah, animals are really perspective. If they're saying that something's wrong across the river, then there's something wrong. You don't ignore their warning, especially if you can talk to them. Uncle Wong, what are you doing? Moving trees. The peace tree? It was in perfectly good shape. Why are you moving it? What about those two Mutianshis? Give me a hand and move that dirt over there. They've gone back to the factories. They'll be transporting materials through here in a bit. Everyone knows that there's no saving this land. Xiaohei, you're a student at the Tianxi Bureau, but you're also from around here. Tell us, what's happened to the land? I don't know. Yeah, I know. Every inch of land is business to the Mandarins. How much money it takes to turn them into moving plates and how much money they stand to make. But this is our home! My family has lived here for generations! How could they tell us to abandon our home just like that? This is my home too. I promise I'll get to the bottom of what's happening here. I'll find a way to save the land. What use are your promises? They promised to take these fields along when they started building the nomadic city. Fine. I'll pretend I lost the land to a catastrophe. But I'm taking this tree with me. My grandpa's grandma planted it. The people in the cities think home is something you can take with you. Well, this tree is my home. I'm taking it with me. I'll help. The old farmer lifts the peace tree onto his shoulder. Carrying his home, he leaves deep footprints in the mud. Husheng looks back at the core city as he carries the heavy tree. Man, he must feel really horrible. The lumberjack looks down, a blank expression on his face. After a period of silence, he opens his mouth. Are you looking for something?
You can talk?
What are you doing here?
My stock beast ran away. I came to bring him back.
What stock beast?
Right here. Huh?
She points to her side. The water underneath her feet reflects her figure. The clouds, the sky. There is straw all around, but no sign of any animal. What the heck? She blinks.
I could have sworn he was here.
Follow me. I'll help you find your stock beast. I wonder if that was like a premonition or something. Have a seat, Lord Zuo. Assistant Minister Ning.
What a coincidence. From Shangshu to Yumen and now to Dahuang. You must be an outstanding candle holder to be handed such responsibility.
What are your instructions?
Please, no need for such formality. I would not be meeting you here if this was official business. There's a matter that requires your assistance in a less than official manner.
About the Sui proxies?
The 12 Pagodas and 5 Cities project is of crucial importance to Great Yan. Having 4 proxies here in the same place at a time like this is a headache, to say the least. There may be devastating consequences if someone with ulterior motives decides to cause trouble.
Do you mean to say that you already know someone intends to cause trouble?
Are you aware that the development of Dahuang has resumed?
The trader's supplies. You should not interfere with such matters.
All I know is that he had a meeting with Assistant Minister Wan from the Ministry of Engineering. Do you know him?
I'm familiar with him. He has been working on Dahuang's mobile plate development in recent years, but he also participated in Yumen's repairs a few months ago. What is Ji planning?
Ji was known to be close to Shu, and the two of them used to farm Dahuang 1,000 years ago. Ji later left Dahuang to start a business. He returns to Dahuang once every few decades. The last visit was 60 years ago.
You recall those details well. Do you suspect that he intends to sabotage Dahuang?
Right now, we need to figure out why he came back to Dahuang. This is what I would like you to uncover.
The Ministry of Right and the Sui regulator have long been at odds over the Sui issue. Yet now you're asking me to do this?
Where do you stand yourself?
As a candle holder, my duty is to my orders, of course.
You want to be a good sword. That way it's not the sword's fault, even if it kills the wrong person.
I'm not trying to shirk responsibility.
Have you ever thought about why the Sui regulator wants to eliminate the Sui by force? If there comes a day when Yumen goes to the capital, ending the existence of both cities and the Fairmount to the sound of cannon fire, do we really say we had no choice
about all the people who lose their homes and the soldiers who lose their lives?
Was there really no other way?
What prompts you to ask me to do this?
The welfare of the people, not the cloaks and daggers of the court. Honesty and integrity.
I'm sure the answer is right there in your heart. Man, things are getting pretty serious. The man points at the calm surface of the river, smooth like a mirror, almost like it has frozen in place. The water reflects the clouds in the sky and the girl's face. The stock beast is inside.
In the river?
You want to find him? Go down.
All right. I'll find him down there and bring him back to his pen.
No, don't! Makes me worried. The river channel booms with the sound of crashing water and roiling air. The girl steps forward. No!
Come back, you'll die!
The old lumberjack suddenly raises his axe high before putting it back down meekly. Let me go, Sushi. I'll bring her back. I know how to handle it. She's not that far gone. Let me go and I can bring her back. Sushi, no, she can still be saved. Sushi!
There is only death here. She's beyond all help. You can't save her. Go back. Put up a grave monument.
Where do you think you're going, you idiot?
Huh? The stock beast is down there. The old lumberjack told me so. I'm bringing him back.
You're the stock beast, you dumb rice brain!
Are you talking about me?
Of course I'm talking about you. You think there's a stock beast down there? Are you blind or stupid?
Oh, shut up.
A piece of river mud hits Grain Buds in the face. Her sight remains surprisingly clear. She still sees everything before her.
What's going on?
Grain Buds tries to wipe the mud away, but there's something hard in the mud that sticks to her face.
Why are there two pieces of rice? Uncle? Where's the mute uncle?
What uncle? All I see is you trying to jump into the water, you crazy idiot! Okay, this is really bad. Now throw that away! Grain Buds washes away the mud by the river. Angry girl turns around. There's nobody in the forest beyond the levee, but she stares long and hard into the woods and nods. It must be that stone. The footsteps grow distant, disappearing amongst the trees. Has violated the statutes by entering Daohang and meeting proxies without permission. The penalties hereof are temporarily deferred in consideration of its assistance to the disaster relief efforts. It is hereby ordered that depart Daohang within 3 days under the supervision of the Sui regulator. Any delays will be subject to strict penalties. Are you serious? The red stamped letter sits prominently at the center of the table. It seems that whoever placed it here knew when the master of the room would return and how she would react.
You wouldn't tell it to my face? You say you trust me. But will we ever have a chance to sit down and talk to each other again?
That's pretty horrible of them, to be honest. Are you okay? Dushi, thank you so much. I was transporting rare ore from the north and selling it in the south when I got waylaid. You really saved my hide there. You shouldn't be traveling by side trails. It was because we were in a hurry. Anyway, thank you very much for your help. Please, accept this token of my appreciation. Not interested. Bye. Sir! I assume you're a martial artist of some renown? That you walk in Jianghu? Do you want to spar? That's not for a meek merchant like me. But if you're a martial artist, as a matter of fact, I came across a rare tome on Kung Fu in the course of my travels. I think you might be interested. What use do I have for Kung Fu books? Don't make me laugh. How about just a look? I never sell anything my customers don't need. I'll pass. Just one look. It won't take much of your time. I promise you won't regret it. Enough is enough. Your skills have advanced beyond my wildest dreams. I am no longer a match for you. It's you. If I beat you, will that make me the first under heaven? You're already the first under heaven. The first. I'm the first under heaven? His heart feels like it is boiling. His fists still feel warm. He has reached the summit. He has done what he has sought to do all his life. Wait, no. Who is this man? He feels dazed. What's going on? Who are you? Like I said, a humble merchant. I buy and sell everything. How did he find me? Why me? I know you've trained for 40 years with one opponent in mind. You have the chance to close the gap by a few decades. Are you not interested? I don't need your help. Maybe you don't want anything from me, but you have something I want. I heard you recently came into possession of a certain sword. Name your price. What can I offer you for it? Get lost! What the? It appears you're not satisfied with my offer. This guy is sus! Now, there's no need to be hasty. There's room for negotiation. There's nothing to negotiate! You honored the sword, and you honored our promise. I knew my oath brother could be trusted. 40 years in search of the peak of Kung Fu perfection. Is there no price you would pay to reach that peak? Enough of your tricks!
Dad? Yes.
Everything is for sale. It's just about putting the right price on it. How about the life of your daughter? I don't like this guy. Wait, this is a construction site. You can't enter without permission. Long time no see, Nian. Did you make all this? Very impressive. Skip the flattery. What do you want? Oh, it's been so long since we last saw each other. And this is how you greet me? I too hope he gets beaten up.
Where would you have found the funding for your little toy if I wasn't hard at work north and south, paying taxes on my hard-earned income?
You think I don't know where your money comes from? Speculation and inflated prices, not to mention you're not the one who made all that stuff. There's a reason traders like you weren't respected in the old days. What are you doing here? I thought you were going to go see Shu first. Just curious about this thing they say will let our family live in peace and comfort forever and ever. Heard you ran into a bit of trouble, need a hand? If I did it wouldn't be yours. What do you know about engineering? I could help a little with Shu's side. What are you planning? I know that this energy core is more than just a construction project. It must be given the life concept of life in order for it to become the conceptual pheromone that enables our continued existence. That's why you need our big sister's powers. But she already has so much to deal with here. I've learned a trick or two from her. Wouldn't it be more efficient for me to take over? No! Stay away! Go, go, go! Shoo, shoo, shoo! So you care about her after all. I thought you two had a split. Perish the thought. Can I take that as a yes? No, hold it right there. Go back where you came from, and I'll pretend I never saw you today. My sisters really don't want to see me. I'm just on guard against your bag of tricks. Don't want to fall into your trap. And thank goodness that she is wise. Wouldn't be the first time you cheated me out of something. I was just helping you sell some of your things. You always got your fair cut. Just stop. I don't have time for your smooth talking. Go away, far away from my project. The last thing I need is even more complaining from the old men. What if I really wanted to go and see Wei? Don't get so excited. Do I look like the kind of man who would steal from my little sister? Yes. Yes, you do look like that, huh? Huh? Just here to see my sisters. I'm glad you're all still alive and kicking. Saw him once and that was it. Where did he go? Wait. You... Dusk? What's the matter? Not quite as spirited as the last time I saw you, eh? You should not abuse your proxy powers like that. Give it a rest. Did you think I would have come looking for the Sui regulator if I didn't really absolutely definitely have to? So he already found you. What are you planning? Why did he suddenly return to Da Huang just as work on the 12 pagodas and 5 cities is beginning? Why are you asking me? Aren't you the candle holder? I'll get to the bottom of it, of course. And where do you intend to start? I suspect there was someone behind the previous disaster. With the construction of the 12 pagodas and 5 cities looming, the offender may be in hiding nearby. And what is a lone candle holder going to do without help? I'm not the only one the Sui regulator has in Da Huang. Then you can keep following the lead of others, completely oblivious to what's going on just like you always do. Oh, dang, that bird right there! Looks like taking off that uniform has cleared your eyes a bit. Maybe there's hope for you yet. I don't need your advice. I don't like to deal with calculating types. I'm going to say this once and only once. The needle prick is smart. Very smart. He's not going to leave a trail for you to find. And you people know that, having been on his case for so many darn years. Brute force is more effective when dealing with someone like that. Force? Here. A picture scroll? What do you think you can do on your own even if you somehow catch him in the act? This will at least keep his feet tied for a while. It's a major violation of regulations for a candle holder to have private contact with a proxy. Never mind borrowing her power. It's your choice. You'd help me? I've said enough. The ball is in your court now. I like her powers. They're so cool. Duoshi.
So you came here to play and saw me sleeping by the river? But that doesn't make sense. Why would I still have flowers that I picked in a dream? My leg hurts too. Leg cramps while dreaming means you're growing taller. Congrats! Yay! You haven't grown an inch these past few years. The only thing that's gotten bigger is your voice. You snuck out of class, didn't you? Shh! Keep it down! I knew it! Are you really a student at the Tianchi Barrows? Why do I always see you outside? If I'm not at school, it means I have something more important to do than sit in school. It's none of your business. I won't tell anyone you snuck out of class if you don't tell anyone I came to the riverside. Deal? Where's my fan? Give it back. You know... So mean. I already gave you your flute. What do you want? You just cobbled it together from some bamboo lying around and you only gave it to me after you were done playing it. Cobbled it together? You... Listen to the sound. Look at the texture. Do you know how hard it was to give it away? Give it back if you don't want it. It's that nice? Alright, you can have your fan back. But we're keeping this a secret. That's more like it. Here, it's this stalk of rice. See how pretty the red color is? It's the only one alive here. Is it some kind of new species? Hey, why did you pull it out? My homework. Do you know where else something like this grows? Any kind of crop will do, and that's pretty like this. Don't tell anyone, just let me know. I'll come and take a little bit. Isn't that cheating? And don't pick it yourself. Don't want you damaging it. Tell me and I'll come. Don't tell anyone else. Fine, fine. Just keep my name out of it if the Tianshis catch you. You worry about that time you gave the test stock beast diarrhea with the wrong feed.
She did that.
You...
I like their dynamic. They're quite hilarious.
I have a dream. Da Huang is big. Very big. It takes a whole day to walk from the east end to the west end. And you'll break your leg before you walk a full circle around its farmlands. But Lao Shi says Da Huang isn't big enough to feed everyone. I've never been outside Da Huang. This is the northern border of Yan, with only rough roads through the mountains and rivers. The food produced here is the only link to the world outside. The weight of the grain on the stalks in summer and autumn is the weight of the land. There is no sight like the sight of farmland during a bumper harvest.
Who's there?
An old farmer stands in the fields. Her facial features are unclear. There are tiny flowers in her hair. Thank you for the hydration.
I think it is good timing. Feels good to hydrate. Stretchy time! And posture has been checked. Much better. Hello?
Here.
Ho?
Till the earth. Loosen the soil. Plant the seeds. And let them grow. Plow with focus. The youth takes the hoe. The old farmer turns around and bends down to work the soil again.
Could this potentially be Shenong by any chance? And like he's having like a vision because of the sus brother? I forgot his name. Is this a story nod? Oh, you mean story node? Yes, for the event. Unless I am not understanding the question right, then I'm sorry. OMG, that's so cute. I'm not sure what it is, but that's great.
The hoe is heavy. He raises it up high. Then he brings it down onto the earth. Thump.
A rice seedling buds from the loosened soil. It grows rapidly and soon flowers begin to bloom from its stalks. The youth feels a strange sense of fatigue. He wipes the sweat from his forehead and raises the hoe again. Thump. In the blink of an eye, the blooming flowers fall and grains start to fill the stalks. The rice has borne grain. It should be ready for harvest soon. Hi, Miser. Welcome to the stream. The hoe seems to be getting heavier and heavier. He looks at his hand. Thick calluses have formed, and his arms and shoulders have grown creased and wrinkled. The old farmer says nothing and continues to work the soil. A seedling emerges from the earth in the shadow of a patch of rice. Life, then death. Golden rice grains fall from the stalks. Then fields after fields of crops fall lifeless onto the earth. The youth freezes just before he brings the hoe down, staring at the scene before him in shock. I missed the clears. I actually did the clears offline mostly because of time constraints for how long the event was. So that's why I'm just going to be reading the story, at least. So that way, if I do happen to not finish the event on time, at least it'll be in the archives and I won't miss it, basically. Yeah, only the boss node was on stream, which is the previous stream. And that should be released on my channel, I think, pretty soon. Next week, maybe? Youth freezes just before he brings the hoe down, staring at the scene before him in shock. Old timer, what happened to the rice? From spring to autumn, one harvest to the next. What is a season to you, young man? Reaping the fruit, filling your belly, planting the next batch of seeds. The youth lifts the hoe and brings down on the earth again and again. The rice seeds take root and sprout underneath his feet, blossoming and bearing grain before wilting and returning to dust. He never gets the chance to hold the seeds in his hands. He feels his strength fade. His hair grows rampant, from black and strong to soft and fragile, and his clothes rip and tatter, hanging on the back that he can no longer keep straight. This is like a nightmare. He brings the hoe down one last time, not having the strength to do it again. A knot of white hair drops down by his face. It kind of reminds me of one of those dreams where you're dreaming about your teeth falling out and you're unable to stop it. That's what it kind of reminds me of for some reason. Like the feeling that you have, the horror. That must be how he feels when he sees the rice suddenly gone. I spent all my life farming here, but life is too short. Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. Numbers that are too big for me. I'm old? He is standing on shambles. I will never see them grow up. I don't have the time to wait for them to bear fruit. It is beyond my lifespan. The old farmer plants a tree on the levee and caresses the tree trunk before disappearing into thin air. Tree after tree appears on the levee. There are strands of red silk tied to them. Wooded placards hanging off the silk, but the writing on the placards are too blurry for Heshung to read. Wind causes the forest to rustle. What are those placards? Why can't we keep the crops we grow from the earth? Broken rice grains lie on the ground. What did you see, young man? Why Why don't I see the fruit? He lifts the hoe again, bringing it down, wilting and growing old with each swing. He pours his life into the earth so that it may nourish the crops, but the crops do not respond. They grow and wilt without leaving seed. His long white hair covers him like dried grass. Does any of this really mean anything? His back is hunched. The pain of age spreads across his back. Weakness has robbed him of the strength to speak. He can only mumble meaningless sounds. He casts his cloudy eyes to the ground, where patches of rice seedlings lie. Who will see the day? Heshung turns around. A white figure stands behind him. Her long hair like an ancient old tree, blue as the river. The figure waves her sleeves and the rice starts to grow rapidly. Before long, all Heshung can see is growing rice. The figure begins to stride and everything is silent. I knew it! That's probably Shenong, isn't it? Heshung! Oh, that made me think my eyes were blurry. Heshung! Heshung, wake up! That was HS4. Wait, was that before or was that after? Let me double check. Okay, whew. I think this will be the last node for today, and then we'll be checking out the new gameplay. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Rice paddies as far as the eye can see, all ethereal. Heaven and earth are expansive, but all is silent. The whiff of liquor and the dancing clouds flow into a goblet. Down the goblet, and all is clear and bright.
What a dream. How did you find the time to come? Aren't things pretty exciting over there? I wanted to see whether the Kaoliang liquor you promised me was ready. How do I give it to you in a dream? What year's vintage are you talking about? Which dream of yours is this? At least let me sniff a whiff if I don't get to taste it in a dream. Or see if my hardest working sister got a little thinner. This is what Niana's made?
The poet waves her sleeves, and a pot of wine and 2 goblets appear out of thin air. She cracks the mud seal on the pot, and the rich scent of liquor fills the air. The poet turns around and peers out of the rice fields that stretch for tens of thousands of li and beyond. Or is it a lie? Li. The seasons circle overhead, winter giving way to summer, spring giving way to autumn. Ling is the oldest sister, in case you want to guess what she sounds like. Oh, okay, so let me think. I don't think I mean, she's clearly an operator, so... Yeah, I don't think I actually had or borrowed her. Maybe I have. I just can't remember. I guess it's fine.
Is this what you see in this heart? Rice fields as far as the eye can see. The seasons rotating. You farm here day after day. Is it really possible to build what you talk about here? Do you need a hand? I just don't want you to turn this whole vessel into a huge pot of wine or suddenly get all philosophical and think you'd rather dream forever than to wake up in a world without freedom. You sure you don't need my help? I'm almost forgotten how many years you spent here. You're gonna become my aged liquor if you don't get out and get some fresh air. For our other brothers and sisters, I worry that they don't see things clear enough. For you, I worry that you see too clearly. See too clearly such that you fail to see yourself. I'm just farming here. Everything has a heart, from the mountains to the rivers, to the trees and to the grass. To you, the tree and grass may not be any different from our own lives. What is it that you still can't put down? What keeps your mind occupied? Gia left behind so many scrolls and books. She wanted to teach everyone to read and write. But all those scrolls and books disappeared with her. No one remembers her other than us.
She's got a pretty deep, rich vocals. Oh, okay, got it. Looking for a poet. Let me think. How should I envision her voice? I wish I played her once so I can get a sense of what her voice sounds like. I don't have her either, so that doesn't help. And I don't think I borrowed her before. Let's see. But I visited schools and the Tianxi bureaus, and I've seen handwriting that looked exactly like hers in their books. All of her things are no more. Even I didn't manage to keep a single one. But the words she said are now being said by students. And the words that she wrote are now being written by the pens of students. She once told me, it's the things I leave behind that count. I just want to see what I can leave behind on the far end of all these fields of rice. What I can leave behind if the day comes that I am no more. Has the end that you have been staring at for so long changed at all? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I bet, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull up a random YouTube video to check it out right now. So I'll just have to guess for a little bit, for at least for this stream.
Never. Nothing but snow as far as the eye could see. The spring harvest, the autumn harvest, all buried in snow. I see. Do you feel disappointment at the result? Regret? Is life itself not a result? Do the countless mortals of the world give up living just because they realize it will eventually come to an end? Not all our siblings think that way. Has our little brother come back? Yes. Where has the timid and docile Ji we knew and loved gone? Little brothers and sisters are always cuter when they stay little. I'll go to him.
Oh, I feel like the other sisters are a little easier to figure out.
1, 2, 3. What species is this, Megaphone? I've never seen it. It looks nice. You wouldn't understand it if I explained. Just shut up and keep looking. That's the right attitude when you're asking for help. Say, Megaphone, I wanted to ask you something. You're a student at the Tianxi bureaus, right? Out of all my friends, you know more than anyone else except for Shu and Xiaohei. Well, what is it? Spit it out. Have you ever seen my parents? Piwa! How many people do you think there are in the Tianxi bureaus? You think I remember everyone who passes through the doors like the security guards? Did the mud bulk give you a concussion or something? You could have just said you don't know them. No need to be rude. Why are you asking? I saw a strange merchant today. He said he came from outside Daohuang from very far away. Oh? Tuesday, my parents went to become Tianxis in a faraway place, but I never knew what they did or why they never came back after all these years. No one ever talked about it.
Now I get the feeling with the way they're saying this, her family or her parents are probably dead.
Is there a chance you could ask for me, Megaphone? I'm I'm not asking them to come back. I just want to write to them and tell them that Dao Huang is about to get moved into mobile plates, so they won't lose their way when they come home. Don't you worry. The Tianxi bureaus aren't stupid. Someone will bring them home when it's time for them to come home. Is this all the flood-affected plates? I think so. Why? Does the rice you're looking for have something to do with the flood? Don't ask questions that don't concern you. You wouldn't understand the work of the Tianxi bureaus even if I explained it. You just wait and see. Xiaohe said that with my talent for arts, all I need to do is read a few more books and I'll get into the Tianxi bureaus for sure. Then I'll wipe that cocky look off your face. Sure. If and when you do. And don't tell anyone that I asked you to look for the rice stalks. But why? Forget it. You'll never say. Hey. How have you been doing? Anyone bullying you? Me? I'm pretty happy. Shu and Xiaohei take care of me and all the farmers around here are all pretty nice. I also made 2 new friends, Candlestick and Ink Brush. Why do you ask? Are you worried about me? Worried about you? Of course not. Nope. Well, thanks for the help anyways. Take care of yourself. If anyone bullies you, smack them on the head with your flute like it taught you. She's a tsundere, isn't she? Clearly. Grow, flax, mulberry, and fields. Grow as the sun rises. Drive away all evil and bring new light to heaven and earth. La 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 la. I never liked this statue. Who decided that Shen Nongwu should be shabby and weathered? She liked to look pretty. She always had flowers in her hair. And she liked the clothes I made. Oh, was he in love with her? And I remember how much her eyes looked like yours. If only Dusk had a portrait of her. But that was before she started to paint. I didn't think you would ever come back. Come now, I'm already past the age for running away from home. When did I ever say I wouldn't come back? The prodigal son starts to miss home when he's far away for long enough. And this is the only one place that I felt like I could call home. Now though, at a time like this, if only I came back 2 days earlier, I would have made it in time for this year's festival opera and tasted your home handmade dumplings. Sure. Dumplings for the road, noodles for home. Whatever you want to eat, we've got it at home. Then it's time for you to go. I've hardly been back for 2 days and you're already kicking me out? You could stay for as long as you want. If you were only here to take a rest. Are you only here to take a rest though? That's what I want to ask. Da Huang looks different every time I come back. Who would have thought that it was just the land of the frozen soil 1,000 years ago? The people claim that this earth from a land of evil. Back then the mountains and rivers were chaos, and the heavens knew no seasons. But hearts were brave and bright. There were no differences in upbringing or nationality. Everyone looked out for one another. The only enemy was the barren soil before them, and the demonic threat that always loomed over their heads. I dreamed of her a few days ago. And I dreamed of that old gentleman too. I thought maybe it was time I came home. Fortunately, the way home was the same. Unfortunately, the same could not be said of people's hearts. When was the last time you had a good look at the people here? All under heaven live for profit and die for profit. Where profit goes, so do the people. It's the same everywhere. What do you think the Imperial Court spends its time discussing? How to protect our lives, or how to achieve an outcome that they believe to be the safest?
Do you really think that Nian's toy can keep everyone safe?
It's the only way to save everyone's lives.
You're handing your life over to someone else. It's not a fair partnership if one side shoulders all the risk. Both sides must bear the same risk in order for the partnership to last.
Have you been away for so long that all you care about is profit and loss?
I care about you, my sister. You're tired. Helping out with Nian's project is incredibly taxing. As if you don't have enough on your plate already in the fields of forests. Otherwise, you would have noticed earlier. How many catastrophes have struck this land in the last 1,000 years? You knew when and where each and every one would strike beforehand. You feel everything that happens to this land as though it was happening to you. What are you holding on to? Who's the one working against the laws of nature? Wake up! What did you see?
Thank you for the hydration.
What did I see? I saw... Wait, how did you know? Zole is holding a thread in his hand. It soon vanishes into thin air. Maybe a practical joke. Probably Originium Arts. What you saw was an illusion, but it was something that he wanted you to see. Some kind of psychological suggestion. What did you see? I saw an old farmer. She made me work the fields. I couldn't get any crops to grow. I grew old and I couldn't lift the hoe anymore. There were many placards on the trees across the river. No one ever went there, but there seemed to be names written on them. The old farmer disappeared. Across the river? He showed you the other side of the river. This is getting creepier. Heshang sighs and looks along the river into the distance. The trees are green on the other side of the river. A gust of wind seems to rustle the leaves.
Hey, Candlestick, there you are!
Rainbuds, where were you?
I was looking for rice stalks.
Rice? I thought you went looking for stock beasts. What kind of rice was it that you had to look for?
And don't tell anyone that I asked you to look for the rice stalks. I promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
It's all so weird. I can't make heads or tails of it. Who asked you to look for rice? And what did it look like? Where did you find it?
Candlestick? What's the matter? You're starting to scare me.
Green buds!
All right. It was a short little girl, a student at the Tianqi Bureaus, who said she was looking for a special kind of rice to submit for homework. I didn't know what species it was. It was red, really red. There were some at the dam and in the paddies not far from there.
Heshang, where do they store the recently harvested grain? The centralized granaries in the core city. I need you to check on the granaries right now. No delay. Report anything unusual to the Xiangyang immediately. Wait, what's going on? We might be too late already. Today, the celebration's opera comes in 3 acts. The Great Hunt, Signs of Heaven, and Flourishing Life. But there used to be another act between the first and second. Pacifying the North. It hasn't been sung for a long time. Do you remember, Shu? Can you sing another verse?
I still remember the tune, but not the words.
All old stories. Hardly worth a song. Yes. Hard to get in the mood when there's no audience. And hard for the audience to get into a forgettable opera. But I remember this demonic fragment to the north is the result of the people at the time resorting to any means necessary to resist it. Now its incarnation is helping the people fend off the demonic calamity. Fate works in mysterious ways, doesn't it? We should not be conflated with it. You're right, we shouldn't. The people must never learn of the demonic presence. But how do you resist the lure of this one precious piece of unpolluted soil? For 1,000 years, the people here have lived across the river from that blight. Here, a people have sowed for 1,000 years in blissful seclusion. The time has come to reap what was sowed 1,000 years ago. And it must be reaped by the right person. Tell me, you didn't have anything to do with that disaster, did you? I've never lied to you. True. You just choose not to tell the truth from time to time. Why have you come back? Like I said, I just felt like dropping by. Just like old times, I wanted to ask, will you come with me, sister? My answer is the same. I will not leave. I can't leave. Oh. And this one's not stories, so that one's the one. Let me write it down. Start with HS 5 for the next stream. Okay, so now we're going to finally what was it called? Trials for Navigator. Finally, let's try it out. I am excited and scared and terrified and okay, let's see. Let's see. Where do I begin? Trial tasks? Sand for base building, trials for navigate. Oh, okay. Thank you. So that means this one. Right? Please tell me I'm right. Oh. Is it this one? Please tell me it's this one. Okay, whew. Thank you.
Are you overheating? You're sweating all over.
At this rate, we're going to have a whole oasis under your feet in no time.
There's no end to the desert.
Grains of sand strike the wheel hubs.
If we're lucky, we'll reach the clearing near the legendary Eklumui Oasis by nightfall. If we're not lucky, we might be swallowed up by the wind and sand and never find it at all.
Enough downer talk. That clearing is the very best place in Arsalan to serve as the Rose Island branch office and phone hotland's observation point. If we don't manage to find it, then we just need to try harder.
Assuming our intel is correct, we don't have much time left. Even though there clearly aren't any uranium industrial facilities in this area, why do the number of oropathy cases increase every year?
The raging sandstorms might be able to answer that for you. Hey, what are you staring out the window for?
Look, what is that?
Gee, stop the car!
Through the sandy haze, you see the vague outlines of several enraged needleflies attacking some wobbly person. I think I E2'd Mountain off stream, and then Lappy was on stream, I think for the previous stream, last week's stream. I think that should be coming out on YouTube next week. And then I E2'd Amiya this stream.
Effendi, needleflies make their nests in this desolate desert. It's extremely dangerous. Why are you out here alone?
Thank you so much. I got caught in a sandstorm while out hunting and ended up losing my way.
Where do you live? We might be able to take you back home.
My tribe and I fled to these parts and we're still not familiar with the desert. All I know is that my home was near a jungle.
Raboom Arakishtu jungle?
What?
There's so many jungles around here. How am I supposed to know which one you're talking about?
Whether or not it's the same one, we should get going before the next sandstorm kicks up.
Ooh.
Thank you for back.
What? Oh, okay.
Thank you for taking back the lost man, young ones. Had it not been for you, he could have spent his entire life wandering out there. But this isn't exactly the promised land. What brings you here?
We're looking to establish a branch office in the Zubat Arsalan region, as well as the site for observing the phone hotlands.
Zubat Arsalan? That's a long defunct name. But yes, this would be the place you people call Arsalan. However, very few people ever mention the glorious name of the Lion Pride's ancient throne.
What about now?
Now, it's exactly as you see. We once lived along the shores of the Narutabati River to the south. But the phone hotlands gradually cut off the river's flow.
Oops, sorry.
Turning the coast into salt flats. Our homeland was buried in a sandstorm. My predecessor lost his Amiri title, and conquest continued to eat away at his territory. Our autonomy was supposed to be the last thing we had left. But in recent years, rumors started going around that our Arsalan still hid a treasure of some sort, prompting the nearby lands of Mir to return with their troops.
What? No, oops, no. I didn't press it for that long. what did they say? No. Think I only missed 2 lines.
Man, where's the script? I wish they had a script.
I hate when I accidentally do that. It's okay. I think I kind of understood what's going on.
There is no such thing as the Lion Pride's ancient throne. Just nothing more than a place where a bunch of refugees have gathered.
Figures. So that's why so many orpathy patients have been showing up around here. On top of the fact that it's hard enough to stay alive in this place, it seems that the Lords Amir spell serious trouble for our operational objective.
Script!
There has to be a solution.
Let's set that aside. The location you marked isn't too far from us. It's in the vicinity of this part of the jungle and the oasis. We won't get in the way of your work. If there's anything you need, come and find me.
Give me a script, old man. That's what I want. We can help you as well. We can also fight against the Amiri army.
Oh, we truly appreciate if you're willing to help us. We have nothing to give you in return.
As long as you share some local wisdom with us, that's enough. That's payment enough.
It's a one-off cutscene and I didn't see it. I guess I'm gonna have to look at it when I upload the VOD or something. So sad.
In that case, you might be here a long time, young ones.
The script, why? Ooh. Fancy looking.
Okay, so let's see. What's this formulating? Whoa, whoa. Ooh, I can... Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. So that's what it is. Let me go back. Commence! Oh, it's making me sweat. Welcome to Reclamation Algorithm. To ensure the best chance of success, allow me to introduce you to certain important concepts before we commence. Okay, what is it? Reclamation Algorithm consists of various zones. Before we start, please familiarize yourself with some of the more common types. You can zoom in and out here to get a better view of your surroundings. Our first stop is the hunting zone. I will now guide you through your first hunt. You can view a weather report of the target zone here before you depart. Okay, Sunny. Looks like we're lucky it's a sunny day. At other times, we might encounter adverse weather that have various effects on operators, local wildlife, the environment, or resources. Let's make our preparations. Here we can view and change assignments for operators, aiding items, and build out constructs. Note that operators will need energy drinks to operate in reclamation algorithm. Ready? I'll be waiting for you at the goal line.
Okay. Anything I should know? Send it in the live chat now.
Let's work to make the world a more peaceful place.
Shubat Arsalan, Baboom Pass Clear Weather. Okay.
Leave this area to me.
Finally here. We don't have time to waste, so let's get straight to the hunting drills.
Hold on, should we prepare anything beforehand?
Don't worry, this will be easy. We just have to find something edible, and I'll help out too.
We'll leave it to you then.
Alright, follow me.
Oh, she's cool.
We'll encounter all sorts of strange creatures on our sullen soil. But our visibility is limited, so we often can't tell what kind of creature it is unless we're up close. This seems like a big guy. Let me take care of it.
Oh, okay.
I see. This one, huh? Can't be eaten. Most of the creatures here are rather aggressive. They'll attack us if we get too close. Don't just stay there. Go look elsewhere.
I found some Lepori beast tracks over here. Oh, they're doing it for me. Okay. Defeat the creature and you'll get ingredients. Let's go in together. Maybe this? Yay! Wait, how far can they go? Okay, good. Oh, I can't put it in. Okay. Got it. I guess I could speed it up more. Last one.
I know the difference between sparring and a real
Oh,
fight.
not really. Don't need to do that. Cool. Oh, over there. Yeah, I guess I could
Copy.
do this one. I guess that should be good.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey, Kasane. Welcome to the stream. We used some energy drinks in the operation just now. Let's make some more.
Cooking time! Here we can use food and ingredients to make energy drinks.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to cook in this game.
Once you've chosen... Oh, you're on a time limit. Okay, so that's what it is. I don't really understand the objective, though. I guess just gathering ingredients as much as you can before the time limit runs out. Or the timer runs out. Once you've chosen the ingredients, turn them into energy drinks here. Oh, okay. Click on that. Bottles are automatically filled once you've made enough drinks that become available to operators immediately. Let's turn some of our spare food into a bottle of energy drinks. Now we have another bottle of energy drink. Let's head back to the map and see where to go next. Okay, so gathering lesson. It's our next destination. The type of zone selected is displayed here. This is a resource zone, which contains more building resources. Acts are required to take action in most zones. We only have a limited number of acts per day. Check how many acts we have remaining here. As before, you should make preparations before moving. This mode has a story that you can progress in. Just explore the map and defend yourself from the enemy. Okay. Then I guess these nodes, these zones are the ones that have the story. An operator can only participate in one operation per day. Operator assignments are therefore very important. This time we'll bring another. Okay, the more operators there are in Sco, the more energy drinks you'll need. As before, I'll go on ahead. Join me when you're ready. Gathering. So gather as many as you can, I
Move up and
assume.
stay frosty.
Zsh. Logging noises. The heck is that? Oh, okay. Wood is one of the easiest resources to gather. We do it by attacking the trees. If we manage to gather enough wood, we can build support items and other facilities to make survival out here easier. Oh, got it. I surveyed the area, and there's plenty of forest to go around. You can try gathering wood now. I'll help out as needed. Okay, so that one's taken care of. Once you've chopped down a tree, a nearby operator has to carry it back with them. Every operator can carry as much as their own block count. Okay, so I guess it would be better to use these. Oh, okay. In the middle. First, deploy an operator next to a tree and position them to carry the wood back once they're done chopping. Deploy upward.
It'll be fine.
Okay. Once a tree is cut down, operators around it will collect wood automatically. An operator carrying wood will deliver it back to base successfully on retreat or defeat. You will also get any wood carried by operators on the field when the battle concludes. Okay. Now try retreating an operator carrying wood.
Understood.
You've successfully gathered some wood. Every resource point has limited amount of resources that you can gather from. It will disappear once the resource has been harvested. It's not advisable to fight in the wilderness for too long. You should grab the opportunity to gather as much wood as you can. There will always be unexpected visitors interrupting our work, huh? Alright, you guys can continue gathering wood and leave the enemies to us. Okay, so...
All right. This is the place. You'll pay for that.
Me...
Don't disappoint me.
Understood.
Not one step backward.
Okay, over here, I should put them right there. No one can be
I'll
there.
show them what I can do.
Too bad I can't. Okay, it's fine.
You'll pay for that.
Initiating sweep.
Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, wait. Defenders are good for collecting.
On your mark. This surge of energy has only one place to go.
Is it my turn?
Okay, perfect. And then put him right
I've got
here.
this.
Collect him.
You'll pay for that.
It'll be fine.
I wish I could bring them back in, but it doesn't work that way. Come on. Collect more.
Awaiting coordinates. I will decide your end. Here.
You'll pay for that.
I trust your judgment.
Cool.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
That was all right.
16. Not bad. Once we run out of axe, tap here to end the day and proceed to the next. This is also a resource zone, but it seems to have more resources than the previous one. Let's head to preparations. As before, choose a squad that is appropriate for the operation. Let's check out our tools. Here you can select aiding items and build out constructs for the operation. Go ahead and begin. I'll show up when needed. Oh, there's a lot to remember.
Listen, everyone. Stay calm.
There's too many trees to chop today. When are we going to finish? The harder you work now, the sooner we'll be done. Oh, fine. Chopping wood with pure manpower isn't the most efficient way to do it. Using specialized equipment can not only increase your gathering speed, but they also can gather resources that are hard to mine manually. That makes sense. The group over there. Get some rest, guys. I'll deploy some equipment to gather the rest of the resources here. Got it. We'll take a break first then. I'll help you handle those pesky enemies like I did last time. First, try to use the wood gathering hub. Deploy upward and cover as many trees as possible within the gathering hub's operations. The wood gathering, okay, it'll automatically return to the hub once it has collected the maximum amount. You can carry it, it'll gather your resources quickly as long as the hub isn't destroyed. We have trickier enemies to deal with this time. Use the hub to gather wood while I hold them off over here.
I won't sleep on the job. Here I am. Here I am.
Okay, all good so far. Tools can indeed increase our gathering efficiency. Let's pitch in, everyone.
Here I am.
That must have been tiring. I'm sure everyone's thirsty now, so let's figure out a way to gather some fresh water. Fresh water is an extremely important resource out here in the wilds, but there's no way we can collect it with just pure manpower. We'll need to deploy a Krabby Pumpy. Right here. Don't worry, the pump will work no matter what direction it's facing. After deployment, the Krabby Pumpy will periodically gather fresh water, but it only lasts for a period of time and will disappear once that time's up. Let's continue.
Here I am. Here I am.
So much water.
I trust her judgment. It's over.
Okay, I think we're good so far. Keep going.
Here I am.
Okay, we're still good. I think. I don't think we're doing too bad, considering. Work hard. They definitely are.
Mission accomplished.
How much? 53! Nice! I don't know what's considered fast or not, but it's fine. Enemies will periodically attack our headquarters. You can choose to fight off the raid at HQ or intercept them at a remote zone if the environment is favorable. We haven't been here for long, so we should probably keep things simple and fight at our headquarters. And let's head to the workbench to make preparations. Choose Build at Construct. Battlement 1 gives us more flexibility when deploying operators, making it a useful construct for combat. Tap here to craft. Crafting is complete. Let's return to the map. Tap here to quickly return to the headquarters. We can return to the headquarters without spending any acts as long as there is no active raid. What the heck am I looking at? Building mode allows us to quickly deploy, repair, and upgrade facilities. Okay. Save your deployment once you're happy with it. Let's leave the building screen. Let's return to the map. There's something unusual going on here. Pass by a market flowing with people, suddenly a commotion forms in front of a stall, but the passerby seems to be strangely accustomed to this sort of dispute. Encounter symbols indicate the presence of events. How do you deal with the event is up to you. Some choices cost axe. Let's spend axe to take this crude gold. Now we have some crude gold. Arguing over the crude gold's validity, they cannot identify which Pasha minted this batch. Seeing it spiral out of control, we intervene and offer to exchange their batch with some crude gold of our own. They give us some extra gold as thanks. You'll see the consequences once you've made a choice. Tap OK to end the encounter. So, there's something else to do today. Let's give the operator some rest. Crude gold is used to buy stuff. Got it. The raid has arrived at our headquarters. Note that it costs axe to enter headquarters when there is an active raid. Choose a squad that is tailored for fighting raids. Let's begin.
Not bad. So far, it's interesting.
While I'm gone.
It's our first time facing a raid, but there's no need to panic.
Ready to heal.
Enemies will pour in from the entrances at the perimeter of our headquarters. What the heck? That many? Oh no, that's a nightmare. They'll head towards the headquarters of Sandbank and attack anything that stands in their way. If the headquarters of Sandbank is destroyed, our headquarters will fall, and the algorithm calculation will be deemed a failure. These facilities can help you to hold off the enemy attacks temporarily. Use them wisely to deploy your operators and block the enemy. I'm ready to go anytime. Give me orders as necessary, and let's begin. What do you do? Okay.
I can handle this on my own.
I'm here to help.
Okay, so far so good.
Leave this area to me.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Understood. Not bad.
Oh boy.
ここを守るのか？たやすい。
Okay, still good, still good. No, not yet. Okay.
On your mark. Don't worry. You won't escape the storm.
I wish I put them right there. It can't be helped.
Whew, almost like we're counting on you again today, little apple.
32. So far, so good. Okay.
Doctor?
Still fine.
Out and about. Don't be afraid, please. Come to your senses. I'm listening.
Waiting for target mark.
All good still. Yeah, I think we're okay for now. Let's speed it up a bit. Oh, it was done. Okay, that was fast.
That was tough.
Ah, I agree. The tutorial ends here. Wow, that was quite nice, I guess. Huh. Okay, so where is the easy mode? What's this? Oh, it's the... Oh. Oh. I'll try to aim for her. But anyways, where is the easy mode? Tuye and I are discussing the development of headquarters right now. Could you drop by the base camp? Oh, is it 3 circles or triangles? No, let me go back. I was in the main menu. I can't even go back right now. I'll do it after this one.
Finally, we've reached the promised land of legend. Considering the unusual nature of our core operations, we had to set aside a blank plot outside the camp. In addition to housing guests, everything from procuring supplies, upgrading equipment, and inventory management is carried out here. Feel free to find me anytime you have a need. Since Mama has chosen to run the camp's everyday operations here, I'll take charge of exploration and resource gathering. The trailer has been repaired and can now navigate rougher terrain. I can set out first thing tomorrow morning if we have the fuel.
So soon?
We've lost too much time and we're running out of supplies. I scattered the Rabu Marrakesh jungles to the west of the camp. Appears there are a lot of resources there. We'll go further in this trip and try to find the supplies that we need. Take this map. You'll need it to find wood that fits our requirements. It wasn't easy to get. Don't lose it.
Thank you. Can now gather wood. Get some rest tonight. We'll be busy tomorrow. Okay. What's this? Trigger dialogue. Okay, well, I'm gonna Proceed to conclude. Okay. Now please. Where is it? Circle with 3 triangles. Oh, no, that's not. Circle. Oh, this one. Switch to standard mode and obtain the following effects. Resources have 25% reduced HP. Ingredients and provisions have 100% efficiency when brewed into energy drinks. Yes. Oh, what a relief. Okay, so it seems like this... let me see.
Ciao, Doc.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably do most of it offline, mostly because next week... I would do it next week, it's just that I have to move, so I don't really have time to stream, or like, I'm not gonna have internet. So, that's gonna be the case. Which means this will be pretty much it for today. If it's still available 2 weeks later, then I might do it in the stream again and actually go through the whole thing. If I can. Someone will have to confirm that, or, you know, tell me that it's not going to be available by then. But I think it's a permanent mode, right? I think that's what someone told me. Anyways, so there will be... Oh, it'll be a permanent game mode. Okay, whew, okay, then I definitely will have something... Or I will be able to do it in the next stream. So next week, I will be playing Blue Archive. But then Wednesday to Friday, I'll basically be MIA because of the move and preparing for the move. So that's pretty much the updates from me. I enjoyed it, Okay, let me go back to the beginning. So the anniversary event story has gotten a lot scarier and kind of creepy in some ways. And it's making me quite excited for the story. It's a lot more thrilling than I expected it to be, especially since, you know, the focus is Rice. But so far, I am enjoying it quite a lot, and I hope all of you guys are enjoying it with me. As for the new game mode, it seems like there's a lot that I have to remember and figure out. Thankfully, it seems to be rather not that bad. So I am looking forward to playing more of it in the next stream. I'm not gonna say next week because next week I'm not streaming, but that's gonna be the case. I will be updating my Twitch schedule for next week when the time is a little bit closer, mostly because Twitch doesn't really let me set up vacation days. I wish they kind of had like a... I don't really like the fact that it's called vacation because it's not really a vacation for me, but but I will have it up on, I think, Sunday-ish, whenever the time is closer, mostly because they don't let you set that up until it's closer to the time. So just be aware of that. And I think that's pretty much it for today. I will be focusing on E2ing Korra offline. Maybe I'll actually E2 her on the next stream if I manage to gather enough of the materials. But in any case, my kids, what do you think of today's stream? We managed to get through more of the anniversary event story. I feel like it's gonna take like, I don't know, four streams in total to complete the event story. Let's see, we did 2 already, so I think 2 more should be enough to complete it. But it's a lot longer than I expected. I guess because I'm too used to the chapter 6 and all of that stuff, so... It's nice that it's longer. But in any case, let me know down below if you're watching the VOD, if you're enjoying this. And let's etch this into our memory and keep it safe. And as always, formally inviting you to my next tea party, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. Who's that? This was Didina. So until the next one then, bye! Thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye. If you're not in my Discord server, then make sure to join. I'll keep you more updated on what I'm doing in the game. Bye.